have a good friend who was looking at his social media feed the other day, and he said, "It's crazy." He had been reading a story about how deeply divided our country is. Well, that's true. We are divided on everything from politics, race, creed, color, gender, religious beliefs, and so much more. But here's the real problem. This decisiveness has gone beyond just a simple difference of opinion. Let me see if I can say that again. This decisiveness has gone beyond just a simple difference of opinion. Our country is currently experiencing a spike in violence, anger, name-calling, foul language, false accusation, and just plain old hatred. There doesn't seem to be too much civility anymore. And just for those of us who don't understand that term civility, you can understand these words today. In other words, we just don't have any politeness, pleasantry, kindness, manners. Get my drift? Well, my dad, who's already gone to glory, used to say that reasonable people can reasonably disagree. And that makes a lot of sense to me as a child, and it makes sense to me today. My father taught me that just because a person has a different opinion, that didn't mean you can't be civil to that person. He taught me that it's okay to disagree with someone, but to do it with grace. Now, grace is often defined as the unmerited favor or the kindness and the mercy of God. So then to disagree with someone with grace means doing it with kindness and mercy, because that is the kind of response that they deserve. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be any reasonable disagreements anymore. We are divided into two sharply contrasting groups or sets of opinion or beliefs on almost everything in our nation, which each side digging in and defending their turf with name-calling, shouting, anger, and violence. As my friend said, it's crazy. Some would say that this wrongful behavior is no big deal. However, I would contend that what we are really doing is spitting in the face of Jesus. Strong words, I know, but remember, it was Jesus himself who said that the two greatest commandments were to love the Lord your God with all your heart, and number two, to love your neighbor as yourself. I promise you, we are not loving our neighbors as ourselves. Now, Jesus was the master at reasonably disagreeing with people. When the crowd wanted to stone the woman caught in adultery, he could have unloaded on them with hate, anger, bitterness, and harsh words. Instead, he reasonably disagreed by saying, "He who has never sinned, cast the first stone." You know, some people blame politics on what's caused our country to be so divided, but that's just a cop-out. In truth, we've been spitting in God's face for years. Over the past 50 years, we have taken God out of our schools, our businesses, our courts, and our public institutions. We have even said that the Ten Commandments are not suitable for public display. No, we can't no longer, sorry about that, I'm about to fall over, but we can no longer blame that on politics. This is about drifting away from the Lord. And the further we drift, the more atrocious our behavior becomes. What's the solution to this crazy behavior? Well, it's two simple words. Stop it. Yes, stop it. Stop the trash talk. Stop the foul language. Stop the violence. Just stop it. It's okay to have strong beliefs. It's okay to take a stand. It's okay to express your opinion. What is not okay is spitting in the face of Jesus with our abominable and sinful behavior. It's just crazy. Just stop it. Stop it now. And let's follow the example that Jesus set. He said, let's start loving our neighbors as ourselves, and do it regardless of their belief system, their race, their color, their creed, or their political persuasion. Let's get some Jesus-type civility back in our nation before it's too late. Let's stop the name-calling, the foul language, the bitterness, and the violence. We can replace it with a healthy dose of love, caring, and compassion. You know, I miss my dad. He was from a different generation, but I learned so much from him. He would readily admit that he was far from perfect, but he did have a certain kindness and a grace about him. And when he did disagree with someone, he did it with kindness and understanding. And I know in my heart of hearts that he was right all along. Reasonable people can reasonably disagree. And that's not crazy. This is Lou Ellen Hoffman signing off saying, have a great day.